If you've clicked on this video, that means you're probably interested in taking a summer class, or you're at least weighing the options, the pros and cons, may have talked to friends, family members, an advisor, maybe gone on Reddit, to really figure out what it is that you want to do. Well, you're in luck. This video is going to be focused on talking about the 4 benefits to taking a summer course. So if you are interested in learning a little bit more about what that means or hearing some of these benefits, make sure to stay tuned and keep on watching. What's up, y'all? My name is Michelle, otherwise known as your college auntie, and I want to welcome you to my channel. Really, the goal of this channel is to help college students like you be successful and win at college. So how do we do that? Well, what I believe on this side of the internet is that knowledge plus application equals wisdom. In other words, in kind of like layman's terms, that means if you know better, you can do better, so you can be better. What I do is give you tips and tricks that you need to be successful so that way you can navigate college and be successful and win. So if you are interested in knowing more information, or you just like this type of content and you want to get some more support, consider subscribing. With that said, let's get into today's video, which is going to be talking about the 4 benefits to taking a summer class. Let's go. All right, so the first benefit to taking a summer course is that taking a summer course will actually help you boost your GPA. Now you might be like, auntie, that's common knowledge. Everybody knows you can take a course over the summer to boost your GPA. For some, yes, some may be aware of that. But what I assume is that baseline knowledge that no one knows, and then I build up that information. I like to scaffold. That's basically an educational term, which means kind of build it so people can understand it. But regardless, my goal is to make sure I explain that a little bit more. So what does that mean when you can boost your GPA? Well, if you take the right course over the summer and you perform well, you can boost your GPA. And that could be a benefit to you. So let's say, for example, at the end of your academic year, you ended up with a 3.0, right? You did well, but you would have liked to do a little bit better. Well, the summer is a great opportunity for you to take more classes, just for you to boost your GPA up a little bit more. And I'll give a little bit of an anecdote. I absolutely love summer bridge programs. Just a quick aside, if ever you are invited to a summer bridge program, whether it be voluntarily or involuntarily, do me a favor, go to the program. This is my reasoning. Those programs always help you out. I'll do a video on it at some point in time. But yes, those programs are like, I love bridge programs. They are absolutely a great benefit to students, but I digress. As a former person that ran a summer bridge program, one of the things I would notice is that some of the students would come into the program and they would kill it. I mean, get all A's in all the courses they were taking that summer, right? Well, that would mean that those students, before they even began their freshman year, would end up with a 4.0 GPA. That meant when all the honor societies in the beginning of the fall semester started looking at giving invites to students, those students met the threshold because they had at least a 4.0. So I had students as early as maybe 3-4 weeks into the semester being inducted into honor societies after only taking 1 or 2 classes in the summer and get a 4.0. All I have to say, taking the course over summer and doing well definitely helps your GPA. And that was an example for those students who are incoming freshmen, but that is the case for any student who's taking a course over the summer. If you do well in a course, it can help boost your GPA. Now, granted, if you have an established GPA, let's say, for example, you've been in school for some time, then you might need to get a higher grade. So A's, of course, will be more beneficial for you than maybe B's, unless you just had a whole bunch of C's and D's going in undergrad, which I'm hoping that is not the case for you. But if that were the case, getting an A could definitely help you. But on the flip side, you can also hurt your GPA if you take a course and you don't perform well in a course. So that's why it's very important to make sure you choose the right type of courses. So if you're unsure, make sure you connect with an advisor just to kind of figure out your options and what courses you want to take. And just to help you out, it's not too late to take a summer course. Yes, it is still early in the summer term, so you can still register for a summer course. Now, if you're watching this video sometime in September, consider this for like next summer. But for right now, if you are watching this video during the summer of 2022, by all means, you can definitely register for a summer course and it is not too late. On to the second benefit for taking a summer course. All right, the second benefit to taking a summer course is that it can help you get caught up on academic credits. So let's say, for example, that you have, like every institution, for example, on average requires students to have at least 120 credits in order to graduate from their degree. Now, granted, that could be different depending on institution or even the major. I've seen some majors at some institutions that might require 126 credits or 124 credits, just based off the programming that students will take or the classes the students will take. But on average, you need 120 credits to graduate with a bachelor's degree from a university in the United States. And in addition to that, in order for you to increase in class standing, you need to, on average, earn about 30 credits per semester. So let's say, for example, you are starting off as a freshman and you want to ensure that you get to sophomore standing. Well, that would mean that you would need to get to 30 credits in order to get to sophomore standing. And just to help out with that, from 0 to 30 credits is freshman standing. From 30 to 60 credits is sophomore standing. From 60 to 90 credits is junior standing. And from 90 to 120 credits is senior standing. So most institutions will allow students to take part-time to go up to full-time. Full-time credits will be roughly 12 credits. So if you took the bare minimum amount of credits per semester, 12 credits, and let's say, for example, you took 12 credits each semester for your first year. Well, that means you're at 24 credits, which is good. You've taken 24 credits, but that might mean you're just short of the standing to get of the credits that you need to get to sophomore standing. So you're going to be short, in this case, in this example, 6 credits. The summer is a great opportunity for you to be able to kind of catch up on credits. So you could take a couple of classes here or there in different times in the summer in order to do that. Or let's say, for example, you have a scholarship requirement, which a lot of students don't catch this until the last minute, which is really kind of makes me sad. Know what your requirements are on your scholarship, regardless. If the scholarship says you need to have a 3.0 GPA, like, okay, I got that. That's locked. That's a lock. That's great. But then you need 15 credits per semester, 30 per year. A lot of times what students don't know is that, let's say, for example, if you had to withdraw from a class, well, now you're short credits, even if you were taking 15 credits per semester. Well, now you can take that course, either that same course over the summer or a course with equivalent credits over the summer to get yourself back to your class standing so that way you don't lose your scholarship. So I always want to make sure you check with the people that are in charge of your scholarship to ensure that is something they will allow you to do. But just know that it is something that you can do. So you can catch up on credits to make sure that you are able to maintain your scholarship, maintain your access to a special program that you've been invited to, or just to make sure that you're on track for class standing purposes and to get your 120 credits. Now on to benefit number 3. All right, the third benefit is that you can take summer courses to help you get ahead on academic credits. If you think about the last point I talked about, again, there's 120 credits that you need in order to graduate on average. Well, you could decide, hey, I'm taking 15 credits per semester, but I want to take some more courses over the summer just to kind of get myself caught up. Maybe you're thinking about doing study abroad in the future, or you want to do an internship, a co-op, which is going to require you to have less credits down the line. So you want to get ahead by taking more credits now. It's a great opportunity to do that over the summer. And the beautiful thing is, summer terms are typically broken up into different components, right? You can have a summer term that can last the entire summer semester, which can be 10 to 12 weeks, depending on the institution. But you can also have shorter summer terms, so like a 6-week summer term, or perhaps even a 3-week course in the midst of that 6-week summer term. So that you could take those stacked semesters to your advantage. So you could decide to take one 6-week course for 3 credits and then take another 3-week course. Now, you want to be mindful of how much work that you're putting on yourself and understand that every institution likely has some sort of restriction on the number of credits you can take over the summer per summer term. So you want to be mindful of that and don't expect to go into the summer term taking like, I'm going to take 20 credits to play catch up. That ain't going to happen in the summer. At most, you might be able to take up to 8 to 10 credits over the summer. So just be mindful that you may want to take the stacked semesters to your advantage. Now, if you're coming out of the summer, like the academic year kind of burnt out, then you probably don't want to take advantage of that stacked semester, take one course after taking a little bit of a break, maybe a 3-week course at the beginning of the second summer term to give yourself some more flexibility. But ultimately, you can definitely take a course over the summer or 2 to help get you a little bit more ahead in your requirements to potentially graduate a little bit early, or to kind of pad yourself if you're looking to do an opportunity down the line that might require you to take fewer credits. So if you like what you've heard so far in this video and you want to see more content like this, make sure you give it a quick like and click on the subscribe button, and make sure you click on that notification bell so that you don't miss any other videos like this or any other content. If you found it to be helpful, make sure to share it with a friend so that they can take a look at it as well and they can learn. And if you can, in the comments, feel free to write down a thought about maybe something that stood out to you in the video, or something that you have heard, or maybe was a nice little refresher, so I can kind of get a sense of what really stood out to you. With that said, let's go into our fourth and final benefit of taking a summer class. Now, the fourth benefit is that you can take a course over the summer to knock out additional general education requirements. Now, every single student, in order to earn a 4-year degree, you would have to complete some sort of general education requirements in order to graduate. And every institution may have their different variations of what are required, but ultimately you can take general education courses over the summer to kind of play catch up in your general education requirements, or maybe get ahead and knock them out a little bit earlier. Sometimes you might find courses that have, I like to call a double or triple decker, which might complete more than one general education requirement at one time. And some of those courses may only be offered in the summer, or some, maybe offered in the academic year, just depends. But you might be able to take a really good course that knocks out 2 or 3 at one time. You may have the opportunity to participate in programming that is tied to maybe travel or specific experience, some type of program that you're involved in that is that has courses that are restricted to students in that program that might knock out general education requirements. So again, something else you can consider. Now, do note that the availability of general education requirements that are offered in the summer is going to be a little bit less than what you would see in the academic year, just because there are fewer students taking classes over the summer. So you have to be mindful that maybe that one popular class that you really want to take may or may not necessarily be available over the summer, but it may be available in the academic year. So you have to kind of plan accordingly if it's a course that you really would like to take. Likewise, if there's an opportunity for you to travel over the summer and maybe take a course that does complete a couple of requirements at the same time, you can definitely do that as well. Now, taking these courses over the summer, general education courses specifically over the summer, can be a really great benefit if you are a student that is in a special program, or you have you're in a major that has a little bit more restrictive courses, which makes it harder for you to take other requirements or complete requirements within a timely manner. So then, let's say, for example, you're not able to take your math courses like you would want to be able to take because you have too many courses for your major or your living learning program or whatnot, or your English course for that matter. And then your goal would be, of course, to try to take it over the summer. Now, be mindful that although there's a lot of general education courses that can be offered over the summer, you want to be mindful to check to see if your institution has any time limits on courses that need to be taken. For example, a lot of schools may require that math or English have to be either attempted or completed within a certain number of credits. So if you haven't been able to do that course over the academic year, then it's imperative that maybe you consider taking that course over the summer versus any other general gen ed. Or prioritize that math or English course over the summer, just to ensure, or communications course over the summer, just to ensure that you're successful and you can complete that requirement. If not, then they're likely, a lot of institutions put blocks on accounts. They prevent you from registering. They may put a whole financial hold. There might be some other things that could potentially happen to ensure that you take that requirement. But all in all, taking a course over the summer, particularly a general education course, could really help get you kind of caught up with your requirements or help you get ahead. All right, so I just talked about these 4 benefits to taking a summer course. We talked about the fact that it can help boost your GPA. It can help you get caught up on graduation requirements. It can help you get knock out general education requirements a little bit earlier. And it can also help you finish requirements a little bit earlier, maybe graduate a little bit earlier. So a lot of great benefits to taking a summer course. Now, what I believe in, as I mentioned beforehand at the beginning of the video, is that knowledge plus application equals wisdom. So the knowledge has been shared, whether or not this is something that you're familiar with. Maybe this is a refresher. It could be completely new to you, and that's okay. But what I want to do now in a moment is I'm going to have like a nice little 30-second timer that's going to go off. And I'm going to ask you during that time to refrain or try your best to not click off. But instead, I want you to use that time strategically. For the next 30 seconds, what I want you to do is to reflect on maybe one takeaway that you've had from the video and one action item. What is one thing you can do to put the information you learned into action, whether that be sharing the information with a friend, whether that be saying that I'm going to talk, determining that you're going to talk to your academic advisor to figure out, hey, what gen ed courses you want to be able to take, or you should be able to take over the summer, whether that be determining if you even have the finances to take it over summer. Just one action step that you're going to take after having watched this video. So think about that for the next 30 seconds. I encourage you to write it down because it's a lot easier. When you write it down, you can see it. It is a goal that you can work towards. And I'll see you in 30 seconds. Alrighty, welcome back. I hope that you found that 30 seconds to be helpful and that you have a great action item or a takeaway that you've gotten from this video. If you do, feel free to put it in the comments below. Let me know what either your takeaways are, something that maybe you liked from this video, something that you didn't like. I'm okay with criticism. I'm cool with it. I'm a grown woman. Things that you would like to see, and maybe even those action items. What is that one thing that you're looking to do within the next 24 hours is what I want to say, 24 hours to kind of like implement and put to action what you've learned or what you heard in this video. Hope that you found the information to be helpful. And if that's the case, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more content. Videos are going to be coming out on a regular basis, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So with that said, have a great day on purpose. You are awesome. Be awesome. Go ahead and do the daggone thing, and I will see you next time. Peace.